What's up, guys? Mossiprose here, checking out the ray tracing for E12 with the PTGI ray trace mod from Seus, and this guy
Hi, Meptech. Hello, how you doing?
is joining me today. Meptech, how you doing today, buddy?
Doing all right. Doing all right. I love this stuff. Thanks for introducing me to it all those months ago.
This is exciting. I mean, it's fun to play with.
I love it.
The technology's there. The water looks pretty. I mean, you know, what else do you need?
Not really much, except for a sunset, sunrise, and a whole lot of blocks.
It's true. Right off the bat, just to get some stuff out of the way, we are using the Seus mod. We're using the PTGI version E12, which I believe is the current version, and we're using a fancy texture pack, which is fairly vanilla, but also adds some bump mapping textures to the ground and all of those other spaces.
Adds so much to it. I mean, look at how everything just it adds a little bit of depth. Look, just a slight amount of texture to make you go, wait, what are you using? That's not vanilla.
It's just enough to stand out,
exactly.
But also when you're doing your builds and stuff, it doesn't stand out at all, so go figure. Right? I rarely notice it unless the sun rises, and then you're like, oh yeah, there's the bumps.
Yep.
What do we want to
bumps up here?
Yeah, what do you want to show off? Let's go water first. I think
Water
that's
first?
probably the best place to start here.
All right, let us float.
So some improvements. I mean, I'm going to take your minecart because I can.
Go for it. I'll follow you in the air.
Whee!
You
So
have to say that every time.
every time I can't
It's
not do it now.
mandatory.
Right off the bat here, Meptech's created a wonderful little underwater demo here for us, which is super handy because, you know, here we are. And underneath the water, I just want to point out some amazing stuff that happens here because this is realistically, I mean, the amount of reflection data and all that other stuff going through here, plus the lights, plus everything else, it just gets a little intense. Here you can see the reflections of the stuff behind me in the walls. You can see the seaweed that's growing over there. You can see an octopus literally floating by, which was pretty cool. I've never actually had any wildlife show up down here before.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah,
nice.
when the fish and everything come by, it's amazing. This was so much fun to build.
Yeah, this is cool. I like it.
A little bit of a pain to carve out, but fun.
Some other things that are notable in the ray trace mod is they do have light up blocks. The lapis lazuli blocks and the redstone blocks and emerald blocks are all light up. So the blue here in the dark just lights up just enough to be cool. Obviously the lava lights up. Putting the water under or over top of the lava just adds a cool effect. Big fan. I like that. The floor is just cool. But the lighting all the way up, the reflections off the walls just from the glowstone itself is fantastic.
At nighttime, this lights up amazing. We'll revisit this.
Yeah, we'll come back when it gets dark, definitely. And now let's move over. I'm gonna take your minecart again because I can. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? So originally we started. Yeah, originally we started this server. Literally, I'm on it. Whee! Originally we started this just to mess around, see what we could come up with. I think that we've kind of melted it into making a functional town over here. We started with a couple buildings off the start, and then Meptech's like, I'm gonna go build a tower on the hill. And when we turned to look up there, well, look at that, there sure is a tower up on that hill.
It's a little bigger than I expected, but hey,
But it turned out really well.
That little mountain decided to be bigger than I thought.
Sure did. Some other things though that we can kind of show off is on the way there we created a wonderful ray trace cave. Let's go back over to that entrance.
That's amazing.
We'll follow the path
underneath here. All this stuff was already here, mostly just genned in with when you gen the world.
Yeah,
all this stuff is here.
carved
We
it out.
really didn't modify too much and just had to change a couple things, but all these passages under here were here.
And so we just created the paths to go through it and a lot of things. Oh, look at that color spill. Look at the light spill in through the love it.
There, yep.
Love it. All right.
Really saw the bump mapping there too.
Yeah, when you get into as soon as you come out of the cave, you see the bumps on the wall.
Right there on the side.
Yeah.
You can see right where it stops, that diagonal line coming down.
Yeah.
It just cuts it.
It's a good line.
Stuff. See that? It's a good line. It's a good line.
Sometimes. Well, if you, the other one I like is when you're going to sleep and you wake up in the morning and then you look outside. Like I did it in my church there, and all of those fence windows that I put in, that just the color spills right through it all. It's fantastic.
Right.
Same with these lights here inside here. You got your little, you got the fence or the, what is it, iron bars or whatever. They do the same thing. They have that killer cooler. I'm just gonna skip the stairs though. I'm gonna be honest.
Exactly. I'm gonna let you explain what happened up here.
All right, so Meptech built a giant tower, but it was pretty empty. I didn't know what to do here, and I was like, I don't think he knows what he's doing up here. I figure he's gonna make a house, maybe put some, beds in it or whatever.
I had planned on it, yes.
But then instead, I thought, well, what goes in a giant tower? Well, a giant bed seemed necessary, right?
It's ridiculous, but awesome.
A little bed for scale. But yeah, gigantic bed seemed right. So
I love
now,
that it has a staircase that leads to it.
well, I mean,
It's on a separate
otherwise, I didn't want you to have to hop up. But could you imagine sleeping in this bed? This would be fantastic,
Yes, excellent.
right? You and your favorites can all hang out in the same bed.
Right.
But a wonderful tower. As you can see, we got the lights, the light sources off of every lantern or every torch that we have in here, plus the outside lights create this cool ambience inside, which is just fantastic. Kind of gives it that medieval feel with those lights, though. It's just
with
makes it
torches.
cool. Yeah, like that glow is just that yellow hue is just enough to make it cool. All right, moving on down the road.
Noticed one was off center with his torch friends. I had to fix that.
Oh no, it's never good.
All fixed. Tragedy averted.
Woo! All right, moving down the hill. Let's float over to where our producer Sphinxy's going.
Yes. Sphinxy's got a very cool thing going on here.
Because Sphinxy decided to take a whole different route. Besides giant medieval tower and the medieval themed buildings and stuff, Sphinxy decided, let's go sand in the middle of the grass.
Yeah.
And, make a whole, like, I don't know what, I keep saying Greek bathhouse, but I don't think she likes
Looks like very Mediterranean.
Very Mediterranean. The shores of, like, the ocean side of Italy. That sort of stuff.
I want to sit here and eat grape leaves.
Yeah, exactly. Drink wine and crackers and cheese. But on top of that, just float up here because it's easier to float up and see it. But she also built an entire maze system, which is cool. And if you get through that maze, hint, by the way, spoiler alert, you can walk straight through it. I used to get freaked out when I came across it because I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to go through the maze to get to her house. And I was like, I'll just fly over. And then I realized there's a path that goes straight through it.
You don't have to go through the maze unless you want to.
Yeah, and then she's created this wonderful little Mediterranean kind of home village thing going on here, which is actually pretty fantastic.
Yeah, she did a great job.
Yeah, no complaints. But she also has the use of lighting and stuff like that up top here. She's got all of the windows and the openness, and then you see all of those rays tracing through and the shadows that are just fantastic. So I gotta give her credit. Like, this up here is just cool, and regardless of what time of day it is.
Another thing very cool to see is if you look at the pink bed, a lot of the color spill that comes off, you can see it almost glow pink around it, which is very
onto
cool
the
to see
onto the
at night.
Carpet and stuff. You can see it glow onto there. Yeah, it's so cool. Some of the coolest features, and I want to talk about this because a lot of people mention things about ray tracing, about how it's no big deal, or people are like, oh, it's not a big deal, the performance hits too high. Well, the performance hits too high because it is a big deal. This gives you accurate recreation of light, it gives you an accurate recreation of shadows, and it gives you an accurate recreation of the reflections that bounce off of everything.
I'm gonna jump in. We're at sunset here. Check that out behind you.
It's pretty.
And amazing. Come a little bit, you see actually the rays just coming through, just topping over the mountain there. We have a cow that's actually going into them.
There's a cow? We have cows?
Right, we have cows. Look at him. He's right there. He's actually walking on the ray, from my perspective.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to get dark here, and as you can see, the glow's just going to pop. That's just the way it is. If you go to the middle of nowhere, this is one of my favorite things, but if you go like way over where there's no light, it's dark. Like, there's a glow of the moon, and that's about it. You see some stars, but it's dark otherwise. But when you turn around, you can see the lights spill out. See the reflections across the lakes or the little ponds and things like that. That's what stands out to me. That's what's making this amazing.
Exactly. It's the water and how it actually realistically reflects everything around it that does it for me.
And then, I mean, you get that other one I like is those red torches. I use them in here just like you use them along your path there for your rails. Right. Like, it just adds an ominous glow to everything.
Exactly. It gives that ambience.
Makes my church look a little evil, which is awesome.
I was going to start my sermon.
Oh, yeah, I'm in. Let's do this.
That's all right.
No, I'm in. I'm already here. We're all... No, I'm seated.
You're not seated.
Well, it's close enough. I'm sitting up. I like it, though. I think I could do, maybe I could say something nice. I feel like I'm supposed to say dearly beloved, but then there's no one here but you, and we're not getting married.
I know.
So
I'm
moving on.
marrying myself. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, this got weird. All right.
Check out the tower lighting came out way better than I ever expected, especially those little things on the corners, little lanterns hanging down.
Just adds the glow. This is a really good example of the
Hey, this bridge is
the glow
that you did.
Yeah, I gotta do the bridge walk. It's lit up all fancy like.
Exactly.
It kills all the shadows inside it. I don't know if you noticed that, but because I got light coming in from both sides, there's no shadow.
Oh, very cool. Cancels it out. I noticed that.
You get the shadow up here, but you don't get it out there in there. Just one of those neat little things. This is Meptech's little log cabin village here in the middle of nowhere. I put another one building down there, but it's just for decoration. But I like the lanterns. The use of lanterns on the corners just makes things kind of pop a little extra, and you see those for miles, so it's pretty cool that way. So I like the little accent that he put on his houses. And then, of course, you can't have a house without a dock, and that dock is just right here. And the paths accordingly, because, you know, we gotta be fancy. If you're gonna play in fancy Minecraft, you gotta get a little fancier with your builds. It's just the way it is.
It's subtle fancy. It doesn't have to be over the top. Unless you're doing a tower, then at least make one tower over the top. That should be a rule.
There you always have a tower towering over top of stuff. I'm just gonna cut across to Choppy's stuff quick, just so we can
check that out.
Just can we show it off. So Choppy came in. She's like, I want to build a roller coaster, and she used as many light up blocks as she could. So the tracing of the rays, the reflections, all of this pretty much brings my frame rate down to like 30. But it's absolutely a cool thing to look at. But if you're ever curious why there's so many glowing blocks in the middle of nowhere hanging out in the sky, yeah, that's a roller coaster.
You want to take the roller coaster?
It stops halfway up, so I probably wouldn't.
Does it really now? I thought it goes all the way around now.
I got stuck when I went up top. Just before the green and blue blocks.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's not lit up here. You're right.
Yeah, I'll fix it up later. I think it just didn't go far. But again, the use of the blocks here in her village, or her little, I guess, what is it, a vacation spot?
Yeah, she wants to make a vacation island.
Definitely the amount of lighting blocks that are used is over the top, to say the least. But still pretty cool. I mean, the glow off those emerald blocks into the water is pretty darn cool.
It is very cool.
All right, let's head back over to the underground, and I want to show off actually just what it looks like up top, because you can't even tell.
Here?
Yeah, you can't even tell that it's lit up until you get there. And then as you can see, it looks there's a little thing underneath there.
What's that?
And again, when you go down at night, you get all the glows. So the glowstone's glowing good. You got those red lava pouring up, and the color spill off the lava is fantastic. You get that.
Yeah, this turned out amazing. If you look up, just
looks red, right? Yeah, and that's just nuts. Then you get the blue, and the blue lights up all nice, and it's just a cool little thing down here. It's just cool. There's nothing else I can say. It's just cool. I don't want to say more, but it's just cool.
Yeah, there's that sums it up. We also have a bumper boat attraction here.
Big fan.
Which is hilarious.
There's a hole in it?
Yes. It's serious.
Whee!
Bumper boats is great because you slide all over the place. On the ice.
But while we're messing around, yeah, you can see the reflections of the icebergs. You can see underwater because of the ice. You can see how far those icebergs go down, and then the ripples off of that. Like that's darn cool. There's too much to like in this.
I have no idea. There's also holes over here. What's happening?
Yeah, looks like global warming.
We're thawing out over here.
Yeah, global warming is real. Damn it.
They were right.
Climate change. This changes everything.
Exactly. Reevaluate this whole world now.
So really all we wanted to show off was how cool the ray trace mod has come. I mean, we got similar advancements compared to the E9 that I started with. I think I started with E8 actually. We're on E12 now. The performance is better. He smoothed out a lot of things. The blocks are just working the way he wants them to. The way the light reflects off of everything is working. I'm not going to be, not going to mince words about this. The Seus guy is a hero among heroes. This is a beautiful version of ray tracing. If you want to compare it to the NVIDIA solution that they came up with, I'm going to be honest, I like this better. There's reasons for it, though. I mean, I can use the custom texture packs that aren't in Bedrock. And I mean, the other one just seems a little, you know, I guess oversaturated in a lot of ways. And this one seems like more natural to Minecraft. So I feel like Seus is doing the better job so far. We'll have to see what the end product that NVIDIA comes out with for the solution. Plus, it'll be amazing to see what's on the Xbox Series X. When it comes out, it'll be interesting to see what advancements they've made for Minecraft there, because I heard there is some changes coming and there will be some big major things to come. So here's hoping that everything comes together and ray tracing becomes a regular part of gaming. Until then, I'm still going to sit here with Meptech and we're going to do circles, jump off of cliffs, and stare into the sun while we admire the world.
Have some fun and just see what else comes out of it. I can't wait to see where it comes. And you know, the good thing about this too is the mods like this allow people without the NVIDIA solution to actually do ray tracing, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
it is resource heavy, like you said before, but totally worth it.
The RTX requirement definitely limits the amount of audience that can enjoy the ray trace idea. This is a way around that. Of course, it's super demanding still. I mean, Meptech's running at 1080. This one, I think I'm using the computer with the 2060 Super in it.
Right.
We're running at similar frame rates. This is super intensive on a video card, but at the same time, I mean, look what you're getting out of it. If we went back to vanilla Minecraft, we'd be running it at like 380 frames per second.
Easily.
Easy, but this brings it down to 60 to, I mean, probably about 40 to 60 FPS in most cases.
I'm about 47 right now standing here, so yeah.
And I'm not complaining. I mean, this is worth it, and the performance hit for what I'm getting out of it, this is absolutely fantastic. So congrats to Seus. High fives to that guy. On that note, I think we're going to call it here on the video, but if you have any questions, definitely hit us up. Send us an email, m3@trinorstudios.com, or, you know, toss something into the comments section. We'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. And if you want to know more, or if you want help with your setup, talk to us. We're here for you. Thanks for stopping by, Meptech. Stay awesome.
My absolute pleasure. Take care, all.
And, you know, yeah, feel free to enjoy our other Tri North content. Have a great day. See you.